And let's be
Mhm.
honest, that's not really where we're coming from with our children. And the high level of intensity that we express. I love my children. I love spending time. We can have some beautiful moments together, but there is always an underlying tone of intensity because they're not completely securely attached to me. They
Yeah.
have got trauma. They aren't fully trusting in the fact that I'm gonna be there and everything's gonna be okay and we're gonna keep them safe and there's still gonna be food on the table. I know that that's gonna happen, but my kids don't know that. So they need
Mm.
more and more from me all the time to just make sure that that happens. And that's where that extra level of fatigue can just creep in, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that leads us, Mandy, really nicely into our first point, doesn't it? In terms of needing you and needing you to kind of, I guess, be the person that is replicating the consistency and the predictability. Or not, may replicating is probably the wrong word, to be fair, because you already do that. All of our listeners and our followers already do that. But you're replacing, I guess, what's been there with school. You know, with school, there's a really clear routine. We know exactly what the day looks like. Even if it's been a little bit different the last couple of weeks of term, we recognize that that happens. But how we manage to replicate that, but also lean into the fact that it is the holidays. Mandy, what does that look like for you? How does tip number one of this kind of light touch routine, creating that predictability, how's that look for you in the past? And what are you planning for the next 7 weeks?
Don't keep saying it to me, Laura. Um, so for anybody who knows me, I like to be organized. I like to make sure my ducks are in a row
Mm-hmm.
because it takes the pressure off me. So I've already created a wall plan of the 7 weeks that the children are going to be with me. And I'm already putting different things in that we are doing. So we are going to go and have a family breakaway. That is on the planner already. Different activities that we've got going on, day trips and those kind of things, I'm already starting to slot those in. So the children, because my children are 12, they are old enough and they are more than capable of reading what is on this planner.
Mm-hmm.
They will already have that idea of what's happening, when it's happening, and how that might look. When you've got younger children, I appreciate, if you've got 4 or 5-year-olds and they can't read yet, this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
However, I still think having that wall planner is good because I use it as much as my children use it. I
Yeah.
can get
Yeah.
a little bit frustrated and forgetful. I am at that age in my life. So having that visual reminder of it's okay, I've got things planned and booked in is
Mm-hmm.
actually giving me a little bit of reassurance as well. What I'm also going to do is meal times are going to kind of stay the same.
Mm. That's so important, isn't it, for our children to know that breakfast is still coming, lunch is still coming, snacks are still coming, and so on and so on.
Yeah, yeah. So putting that planning in place for, um, I'm not expecting my children to wake up as early as they do on a school day,
Mm,
but
mm,
there's going to be a sort of time where I'm expecting them to get up and then we'll have breakfast and lunch
yeah,
will be at this time and
yeah.
evening meal will still be the same time as it is every day.
Mhm, mhm.
So even with the bigger activities that may be going on, we've still got that consistent routine that we're following through.
Nice.
Bedtimes will probably be around the same time,
Mhm.
but there'll be a little bit of flexibility. What I will also do is I will say, because it's the holidays, you
Yeah,
can stay up for an extra half an hour. But
yeah,
when we go back to school, we'll
yeah,
go back to school routine so that my children have also got it in their head. It's the holidays, so this is our holiday routine.
yeah,
And
yeah.
when we go back to school, we'll have our school routine.
So that routine doesn't change as such. It's just a bit more flexible over that period. And I think it's really important children recognise we've not lost our routine and our predictability. It's just shifting for a period of time. And then I know it's coming back. And that coincides with me returning to school. That's so important, isn't it, for children to know it's not gone because of the
Yeah.
amount of loss that they've had. Yeah.
Yeah. And trying to make each day predictable. So